How's it going? Andreas here. Welcome back to my poker channel. We got some great news today because online poker in Switzerland is back. After 18 months of no legal poker options when it comes to online poker in Switzerland, Ipoker has collaborated with Swisscasino and now launched via that skin for Swiss online poker players. Why is it Ipoker that now has Swiss online players back first? Nick Jones, a poker channelist, makes a great point. Ipoker has provided the software previously to Austria and Finland, who oddly share the same player pool on the platform Win Today. However, Swiss players will be joining the international liquidity market. This is also great news because for the last 18 months, a lot of the sites that did not really care about the regulations gained an unfair advantage over all their competitors who pulled back out of the Swiss market. This is also what I said 4 years ago in a Swiss televised show that discussed the gambling bill. In that show, compulsive gambling experts were used in order to further the agenda of the Swiss casinos to basically capture the market share of their international competitors. By spreading the fear that compulsive gambling will become a greater problem in Switzerland without regulation and a promise that the pension funding would increase in Switzerland, the vote easily passed. Unsurprisingly, risk group players found a place to play during the last 18 months, and everyone in the gambling industry knew this. If you've been in the gambling industry for years, it's clear that regulation, for the most part, isn't only terrible for online poker, but also for compulsive gamblers. Because when there is regulation, compulsive gamblers will always find a way to play. And compared to engaging in playing on sites or prominent sites, they will be playing on credit. Therefore, lose their money much faster, or even worse, lose money that they don't really possess. The argument that compulsive gambling has become a bigger problem since the introduction of the internet might also be a myth. We don't know that. There's no consensus of studies that ultimately proves on what has changed when it comes to compulsive gambling. Depending on who has funded the study, we might get a different output. So if you have, for example, online betting providers and they fund the study, of course you're going to have a study that says that the internet has not really made compulsive gambling worse. What we can say though is that compulsive gambling has become more complex because it's available 24/7 with the internet, whereas previously it wasn't. But using it in the discussion of the gambling bill was clearly an invalid argument. It was mainly there to confuse people who don't know much about gambling whatsoever. To give you some perspective of how irrelevant the whole debate of the Swiss gambling bill was for compulsive gamblers, I can pretty much show you what's not good for the future of compulsive gamblers. Massive influencers promoting slot machines to their teenage audience on twitch.tv. And let me say this very clear here. I'm not against talking about compulsive gambling because it is a problem and we should be talking about it. But we shouldn't instrumentalize experts when it comes to compulsive gambling to basically give the Swiss casinos the edge to force out their competitors in order to capture the market share. So I hope that for you guys at home who are 99% of the time not compulsive gamblers, that you can not only play on Ipoker but also on the other prominent sites pretty soon. I usually keep it pretty low on politics here on this channel, but couldn't help myself with this one. I hope that you can still give me a like down here, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification bell if you want to know more about poker on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.